Hello Internet folk, and hello to fans of the basic programming language. Suppose I could have titled this video Troubleshooting JavaScript for people who do not like JavaScript, or working with JavaScript rather. I found a little bug in Basic Anywhere Machine. Let's take a look at this program first, just to show you what this program does. All this program does is say, look, well, ignoring the stuff at the top and the bottom here. Essentially, this program takes the inString function and tries to find the position of a specified character, in this case 2, where its location in the string specified as the first parameter. So in this case, it goes and looks for a 2 in here, looks at position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, found it at 5, and we're done. Program works A1. By some fluke, I found a bug with the inString function in wwwBASIC. That's the basic interpreter for Basic Anywhere Machine. And I've made this little discovery. If there are certain characters that I try to look for, if there are certain characters searching for those characters, it causes the program to just stop working. So if you run this program searching for the question mark inside the previous string, lo and behold, the program just stops. Nothing happens. So the first thing I did was go take a look at wwwBASIC, and I decided to go back to the source because Basic Anywhere Machine uses a modified version. I went back to the source to take a look at the inString function. And here's where we find in this JavaScript code how wwwBASIC handles inString. So going down a little further, we say, okay, well look, if we're dealing with the inString function, replace that with if we're dealing with the basic inString function, replace that with the JavaScript search. Okay. So I started thinking, although I'm no expert in some called regular expressions, I do know of certain characters in regular expressions that are special characters that mean something for the process of evaluating an expression. So they can't be used as is in regular expressions because they have special meaning. So I decided to do a little search of the web, and lo and behold, I fell upon this conversation, very short conversation in Stack Overflow, that says that whenever the JavaScript search function is used, that it does an implicit regular expression search. And if we don't want to do a regular expression search, that instead of doing the JavaScript, calling the JavaScript search function, we should be calling the index of function. I figured, okay, so let's make use of that. Back to Basic Anywhere Machine, and let's go back to a text size that's not quite so obscenely large. And let's go to the TiddlyWiki interface, and we're going to go find their wwwBASIC code that's in a tiddler called Basic Script web page. And let's open that up, and let's bring down the size of the text again a little bit smaller. And let's go find inside of here our inString function again. Find inString. There it is, and let's replace that search right here. Keep the parentheses. Let's replace that with index of. Save this new version, this modified version of wwwBASIC. Wow. I wish I would have come up with a different name for that. But anyway, and let's go back to our ID. Now, let's try this again. Let's see how that works. And yay, okay. So it finds the question mark at position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm not going to bother giving the full list of characters, but there were a bunch of characters that would cause an application to crash if that character was part of the search of a string. and this fixes it. Anyway, I just wanted to show this as just an example of one of the things I'm doing as part of Basic Anywhere Machine. It's just troubleshooting problems in www.BASIC as I test various programs or code my own programs, convert them from other basic implementations that I find. And although I'm not a JavaScript programmer, cannot stand programming in JavaScript, cannot stand looking at JavaScript, I appreciate JavaScript immensely, and I appreciate the stuff that's been done with it, like www.BASIC, for example. But if you're not a JavaScript programmer and sometimes you're trying to troubleshoot things, figure out problems, hope that maybe this little example here gives you some kind of idea on how to troubleshoot problems yourself. Anyhow, I hope this was just as educative to you as it was for me. Cheers, folks.